Uno, due, tre.
Ciao!
Welcome to Ciao Speak, your online Italian lessons. We are doing travel essentials, and today is the third lesson. So please go back and watch the first couple of lessons if you haven't already. It's really important. Today we are going to do emergencies, travel emergency sayings. So we're going to do things like, firstly, do you speak English? Because it could be in an emergency and obviously you want to speak in English at that point. We're going to say, I need help. We're going to find out how to call the police, where the hospital is, and how to call a taxi as well. So we're going to go through those sayings and yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Andiamo.
Andiamo.
Okay, so firstly, I think we should learn the saying, do you speak English? So even though we want you to speak Italian, if you are going into an emergency, you might be speaking to a doctor or someone, you might want to know if they're speaking English or they can speak English. So over to you, Amore.
So yeah, let's start with do you speak English? We will say parli inglese.
Parli inglese.
Parli inglese.
So parlare is to speak.
To speak, yeah.
And parli means you speak.
Yeah.
Parli inglese, and inglese is obviously. So they'll either say sì, yes, or no. And if they say no, then
just in case.
Brush
just
up
in
your
case.
Italian.
Yeah. Just in case the person you're asking for help to doesn't speak English, we should be ready because it can happen. We need something. Hopefully, like. We're gonna spend our holidays
without any trouble.
Yeah, without any troubles at all. But just in case, we need to be ready for asking for help. Yeah, ready to ask for help.
Okay.
So let's start with when we're in trouble. What do? We need a hospital. We need like a police. We need a taxi to reach a different destination. So let's start with the I need, I must, which is like I need, ho bisogno di.
Okay, ho bisogno di.
Which is literally, I have the need of.
So it's one thing I've like kind of found out when learning Italian, it kind of feels that there's some phrases that kind of seemed like old English is like how it translates. So with this, you don't say I need, it's like I have the need. Which is quite interesting. So that's something that just so that you're aware. So ho is like io ho, I have, bisogno, the need, and then di, of.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start with I have the need of a taxi, maybe.
All right. So ho bisogno.
Ho bisogno
Di un taxi.
di un taxi.
Yeah.
So a taxi.
Or ho bisogno di chiamare un taxi. I need to call a taxi, which in this case call is chiamare.
Ho bisogno di chiamare un taxi.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the same note, we could need the police and we would say ho bisogno di chiamare la polizia.
Ok, so ho bisogno di chiamare
Esatto.
La
polizia.
La polizia.
The polizia.
Polizia.
Di police.
Da polizia. La polizia.
La polizia.
La polizia. So ho bisogno di chiamare la polizia.
Esatto.
Ok.
Yeah. Ho bisogno di chiamare un taxi. Ho bisogno di chiamare la polizia. So on the same note, again, we could have the need to call an ambulance. So in that way we will say ho bisogno di chiamare un'ambulanza.
Un'ambulanza.
Which is again like una ambulanza, but as you can see on the second lesson, we say when a word starts with a vowel and the article before it starts with ends with a vowel as well, and then we tend to shorten things. So una ambulanza will be un'ambulanza.
Un'ambulanza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we will go into. We're going to do beginners lessons, and we'll really look at the vocabulary.
Yeah, all the grammar
I can't even
and
speak
everything.
English. And all of the grammar and everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've said I need to call a taxi. I need to call the police. I need to call an ambulance. Maybe we're asking for where the hospital is, which we did do in the last lesson.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll learn I have the need of the hospital, and then we can say where is the hospital as well.
Yeah. So it will be ho bisogno di andare, to go.
Di andare. So this is a little bit like di chiamare, but this time we're saying not to call, to go.
To go.
Di andare
In ospedale.
Ospedale. Ok, so ho bisogno di andare in ospedale.
I need to go to the hospital. Yeah.
All right. And lastly, so we've done all of the idea of I need, and then if you really need help, how would I say I need help?
Ho bisogno di aiuto.
Aiuto.
Yeah.
So
Aiuto is help.
Aiuto is help.
Yeah.
Ho bisogno di aiuto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Which is quite interesting when you look at I have the need of help. It's quite a weird phrasing, isn't it? But yeah. So there you go. There's some emergency sayings that you can write down, learn, put in your back pocket, just in case this situation happens. It's always good to know.
Hopefully you won't need to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But always good to have. Amazing. We need to do Italian culture. Think of the lesson. So let's end the lesson doing some Italian culture. So for our Italian culture, we're going to keep on the subject of emergencies and healthcare. So healthcare in Italy is similar to England.
Yes, pretty much it is. Yeah. So that's usually, at least depending on the place where you go. Like on the island where I come from, there's just one hospital, but usually there are like 2 or 3 at least in the same town. Yeah, pharmacies, you just walk in if you need something. If it happens something, you go to the sea, you get stung by a jellyfish, you need a cream for the purpose, you get to the pharmacy and they help you out, of course. Or like there's the how do you call it? We call it the emergency, like the walk-in.
Like a walk-in emergency.
Yeah, there's not that much a difference between the 2 cultures on this matter.
Yeah.
Neither within the regions in the north and south of Italy.
It's very good. To be fair, like any time that we've had something when we've been in Italy, like we've just gone to a pharmacy, and they've been really good, and there's some really good remedies and things. So I would always recommend, like anything that if there's something that happens out there, maybe you get like an insect bite or something small, like always go to a pharmacy. It's quite interesting I think this is mostly just on the island that you're from, but you're very much about asking straight away. So like when we go to a shop, we don't always look around, and it's the same with pharmacies. I don't know if this is just where you're from, but like going in and asking straight away. Hey, I've got this, and they'll kind of show you. So
of course, queue first.
Queue.
Don't overtake.
But so it's very similar. Like I don't know where you're listening from, but it's very similar to what we have in England. There is like obviously a charge on medicals, but it's usually pretty reasonable. So they're helpful people. Anyway, that is all for this lesson. Next lesson, I think we'll go into more about the idea of can I have and asking for things, especially going through more stuff in restaurants, what questions you might have, asking for a table. So we're going to cover all that in lesson 4 of Travel Essentials to Italy.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao,
Arrivederci. Yeah, next time we're gonna also do like booking a table from the phone, like posso prenotare un tavolo, posso
that's
avere
a
un
good
tavolo.
idea.
Yeah.
Tu sei fantastico.